Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the cast. Forget what episode it is. I'm not keeping track. Anyway, so today we have blue. This is another scrim between University of Ottawa and some other university. I'm never gonna get these right, but we have a special. We have a. Fuck. What do you call them? A VIP? I don't know. we have a special guest, I guess. X for one. This is the Silver pick. That is me. Sorry for my play. I'm pretty shit at ADC. It's definitely my worst role. I'm more of a support player myself, and we already have an invade. Oh yeah, this is actually so funny. Because okay, so let's pause for a second. If you might notice, let's back up 10 seconds. So right now, I think I'm like turning off my music, and then Rakan just stops just to fix his mic problems. And then we're just like we're still not really. He's just fixing his mic, so he's not even inclined. And then I walk over, I'm like, fuck! I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting hit. Oh shit, what the fuck? Why didn't we know about this? And then our god is just okay. So that's some top level gameplay. You know, we're just fixing her. We probably should have paused, but you know that's the way she goes. So we already have the flash out from the Ari and from the Sivir. And I have to back, and then we have the J4, who has to do half health leashless. Red buff, and he's probably gonna get punished for that. Alright, and so we have the Shyvana taking away the blue buff. Let's see how J4 is holding up there. Getting brought real low, had to smite this camp. Not sure if he's gonna be able to do anything else. He might look to invade, but as you can see, Shyvana is looking also to take her blue next. Luckily, J4 is able to see. Oh, maybe he goes for the smite steal. Okay, we have the zombie wards, so Shyvana's not in vision right now, but as soon as she goes over to her blue, we'll be able to see. Just waiting for it, and there we go. Let's see if we have an invade over here. Maybe a possible smite steal. And because of the Vladimir coming down, they do suspect this this steal. Oh, and the blue buff resets. And we have Shyvana also just hanging around the on the side. They do both have smite. And Jarvan gets the steal, but Orin's able to come in. J4 has to flash out. But also Shyvana's down with her flash. Since J4 did take the scuttle, they will be able to, well, he'll be able to leave. Vlad being taken really low, gets ignited by the Ari. Orin Flash is trying to get the Vlad. Vlad's able to Q. Oh, and Shyvana does get the kill. That was a very close one. Maybe with some help of LeBlanc, that would have been possible. But Shyvana just goes back to jungling. So the ball lane is going to be pretty boring just in general. We have a pretty non-interactive bot lane. They should I just picked the Sivir personally because you know, I didn't really want to deal with the Vayne because, you know, you'd be a lot of Vayne spotting, and you know, I just wanted to push lane after lane and just not have to worry about laning because I'm not an AD carry main. So heads up, if you're not an AD carry main, just don't play champions that are mechanically too hard. Just, you know, don't play the Vayne. Even if Vayne's strong, don't play Vayne. Play, you know, the Sivir, play the Jinx. Even play like the Kog'Maw, because at one point, like, you know, you don't really need great mechanics to play with Kog'Maw. You kind of just have to stand still and auto attack and press your W. You do have to play safe though. That's one thing. So if you're not an AD carry main, or just a main in any role, just play safe if you ever do get filled there. We have J4 trying to get a gank off. We have LeBlanc getting this chain onto the Ahri, taking her low. Let's look at the items so far. So for CS, we have Sivir, me a little bit down. Oh, we have an engaged by Rakan, just a little bit of poke. Just a little bit of autoing, still not too much going on. And we'll just go back to jungler. In the top lane, so as you see, Orin is up a little bit in his CS. This is considered a counter matchup just because Vlad can scale really hard. You generally want to go for Proto Belt first item, and then into probably Zonias, and you know, depending on who's fed, maybe you want to get a Banshees, or maybe just keep going more damage. Pretty slow start, but that's what should be expected from a scrim. We have Shyvana looking to go top. She is spotted over a ward, so we do have the J4 coming in. She does wrap around. Vlad should know this is there. Vlad takes a second. Pools a bit early. And we have the kill off on mid lane, as you see. Ahri's just dead. We have a fight still going on. And they back off. Good counter gank by J4, keeping her his lane safe. J4 still there. Warns his teammate about the blast plant right there. Just in case Shyvana or something could wrap around and gank from there. So just have to worry about that a little bit. Blue buff is coming up, and so maybe you know, the red side will get their first buff. Ooh, Ornn ults onto the Vlad. Just a little bit of poke. Vlad should be able to sustain this up. Sivir's quite down quite a lot of CS. About one wave worth of CS, a little bit more actually. Yeah, I should really get on that last thing. Rakan engages, misses the grand entrance. Doesn't really. Ooh, we have the Shyvana with some counter jungling while J4 just waits in this bush. Really good by the Ornn to absorb this pressure and hopefully not die, but. We see that Shyvana's blue is about to spawn. J4 goes with the flag and drag. Vladimir ults in, and they are able to pick up the kill onto the Ornn. Nice that they're getting their Vlad a bit more fed. We do have the red team's bot lane meeting up with the Shyvana. Let's see if Shyvana can get out of this. She does have a blasting plant. She does take it. Sivir wraps back around. Shyvana has to ult and flash away. LeBlanc. Oh, yeah, my bad. That's my bad. Sorry, I'm gonna have to say my bad for everything I do wrong in this game. And Sivir is able to pick up the kill, so they go 1 for 1. Uses her heal a little bit late. We have the re-gank onto the Ornn. Ornn gets taken pretty low. They might go for a dive here. Oh, and Ornn with the nice flash searing charge, getting the kill onto the J4, who did have to use his own Zonias. Mountain Drakes, it has spawned. Shyvana is a champion who does rely on dragons for her passive. She gets 10 bonus magic resist and armor for every dragon that her team takes. So it's very important for her to get those Actually, is it 10? I'm pretty sure it's 10. It just says gains armor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. We have Rakan with a nice engage onto the Brahmin Vayne. But red team doesn't quite have the damage there. That's one pretty big problem with Sivir. She does really lack the damage. And with Braum, her ricochet doesn't go through the unbreakable shield. But she is able to wave clear. So she's still able to sort of get fed. And she can, if the enemy team does get ahead, she can definitely wave clear. Waves away from her, probably most likely her mid lane. That's something that LeBlanc lacks and Vlad kind of lacks. Doesn't have long range wave clear. They do have to get in the middle of the wave in order to deal with it, which is really hard when the enemy team is sieging upon them. We just have Alex Kabam just under turret. So we do have the Vlad going with a bit of a more tankier build, probably building that Spirit Visage first item. Not really recommended for how Vlad's supposed to be played. Oh, does get Searing Charge and knocked up on. Vlad is able to heal a little bit, but you really Vlad really doesn't have that much. Oh, we have a fight going on down. We have a 3v2 right now. It was a 3v3. J4 did get the kill onto the Vayne. Sivir stays around. Is a bit low. Is a bit but just can wave clear this, even with the little bit of mana she does have. Ooh, we have so much action going on. People are very bloodthirsty in pretty much all elos. You see this in solo queue. People are just bloodthirsty. They just think that they can get kills, which is sometimes true. So if you go in, one of you will die. So it is true that there will be a lot of kills if you go very aggressive. But if you look over at Korean servers, you will notice that they play extremely safe. They're not actually trading too often unless somebody really missteps. They're never, because when you step a little bit too forward, that's when you misstep. You get punished for it, and then you usually just you have the biggest chance of dying from that. We have, it looks like the jungler of the red team is going to trade off their blue to the LeBlanc. It looks like Shyvana is going to be doing the Rift Herald though. She's going to be taking it. We have a J4 who's looking to come this way. Does go towards the Shyvana. So we have a little bit of fight going on. And the fight continues. We have the Cataclysm coming out from the J4. Ahri landing the snare onto the Vlad. Vlad gets ignited. He already used his ult, so he won't be able to use that. Ornn gets the kill off onto J4. LeBlanc finishes off the Ahri. Now it's a 2v1 between the Ornn and the LeBlanc and the Vlad. We have Rakan in here with the Grand Entrance knocking the Ornn up. Sleepy Sheep, he's just going to keep fighting the Stormforce. Stormforce is just going to try to get out of this. Not too much. Oh, a nice Searing Charge to knock them up. LeBlanc might look to come back in. LeBlanc lands a nice snare. Ornn tries to flash away from this, but does get killed by the LeBlanc. Now we have where Sivir comes into play. She is able to get the... Well, she's actually not even CSing. She's just autoing these guys. We have a TP from the Vlad. Vayne start ults, and then she goes invis. It's hard for Vlad to keep up, but he does. They get a nice kill onto Vayne. Braum is still trying to get out. He hops over to a minion, tries to get out. He is able to get out. Shyvana comes in, and Ornn with the TP, and Ahri's coming in already. In the river already. Vlad's ult is still not up yet. A nice grand entrance onto the Braum. Isn't going to be doing a whole lot. Ahri spear dashes, gets a nice kill onto Vlad. Now we have LeBlanc coming in a little bit late. The chain doesn't fully land. We have a nice knock up onto the Shyvana. It seems like these guys are just playing. It's pretty slow, pretty cautious. We do have the Vlad going in a little bit too deep. We have Shyvana being taken pretty low. She gets killed by the J4. Mischarmed by the Ahri. We have Vlad, or sorry, not Vlad. We have Vayne split pushing top lane now after she respawned. And we have Vlad to answer it. This fight's still sort of going on though. Ornn ults, tries to hit the Rakan, misses. Sivir flashes away. Rakan gets taken out by the Ahri. Sivir is pretty low. And the blue team decides to back. Rift Herald does get spawned by the J4, looking to take down mid. This should be enough. Blue team isn't really there to stop. And they're able to get the blue team for free. This is first turret, so an extra 300 gold going over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc might be able to be carry status soon. Ooh, and a bit of a miss smite from the J4. J4 uses the blast plane, gets knocked out of that fight. It looks like people just they're playing relatively safe this game, relatively, compared to this elo. There might be 32 deaths at this point if this game went a bit more aggressive, but I am in this game telling my team not to fight. X for one, aka me, does knock Vayne out to half, but with all this healing, Vayne should be able to get to full health pretty soon. You can already see Sivir's shield is getting up there. Pretty huge shield on Sivir already. It's kind of like a bloodthirster at this point. We do have LeBlanc with the kill onto Ahri. LeBlanc does get ignited, so that's Ahri ignite down. Pretty low. Shyvana's just clearing wards out. Maybe looking to go bot. Vayne just, Sivir just keeps autoing back. Shyvana's not an ult yet. Oh, Rakan with the nice two-man grand entrance. J4 is able to get a two-man cataclysm. Vayne with the heal that comes out, but oh, they keep fighting. Sivir's kind of getting low. Ooh, Shyvana ults, but J4 flag and drags out of there. LeBlanc is so isn't really able to help, but is farming throughout this whole process of, throughout this whole fight. Now we just have, we have another flag and drag and the LeBlanc onto the Vayne. She gets pretty much two-shotted by this LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets taken low. Sivir with a nice boomerang. To finish that kill off. Just maybe they look to take a nope. They go back to farming, not really pushing their lead. They probably should be pushing their lead. The first drag, which is a mountain drag, being taken at pretty much 19 minutes, or at least started at 19 minutes. It is very much a slow game, which is kind of what the blue team wants. Blue team, you have to remember, they do have that Ornn passive where they all get bonus items, so they are just able to spend more gold than the enemy team. Plus, you have to remember that it is a Vayne and not too great AD Sivir, like as a player, on the other side. Vayne is considered a better player, and sometimes even when you have equal champions, oh, we have the Vlad with the TP trying to get away. So if you might have noticed in the earlier, so Vlad did take Spellbook and did have TP on, I guess, his D and his F on Flash currently, but before it was reversed. So just tried to flash out there, but hit the teleport instead. That is a little bit of a problem with taking the Spellbook, is sometimes just with the timing of the summoner spell changes, you do end up sometimes having your flash on the reverse on the key. And so if that ever happens, what you should do is just go to your hotkeys and change them back just for the game. Nice LeBlanc clone, really scaring away the Vayne. Vayne keeps going in with the Braum, but now they see the Rakan. Sivir ults, Vayne ults, J4 with a nice Cataclysm onto the enemy team. They just keep running down the enemy team. Braum gets taken down by the Sivir. Sivir's 4-0. Oh, a nice Flagon Drake seems to miss. Searing Charge knocks up the Ornn. And a nice knockup by the Rakan, making sure that the Ornn ultimate doesn't go through, but Ornn's still able to get the kill onto the J4. LeBlanc lands the snare onto the Shyvana. Rakan goes back in, doesn't quite seem to hit anybody. Sivir's just trying to run away. Sivir gets out. LeBlanc trying to fight this this Shyvana. We have Vlad all the while trying to take this top lane. LeBlanc getting this Shyvana low. Shyvana sees her Ahri's there. Ahri misses another charm onto the LeBlanc. LeBlanc just seems to be doing really well at dodging all these abilities. LeBlanc with an amazing kill onto the Ahri. Sivir does get there and is able to fight the kill off the Shyvana. Braum gets taken really low. Sivir just says, "Hey J4, can you just get this kill for me? I don't really feel like doing it." Now they are starting to push their lead. The red team is up by 2.5k. Not the biggest gold difference, but the gold is on their carries. While Ahri is considered sort of a carry, she's more like a pseudo assassin. So in team fights, she is really good at killing the Sivir, or killing the LeBlanc maybe. But that does not mean that she can carry a team fight by herself, unless she does get those really good picks. It's probably better in a team game to use her as like sort of a charm bot, and being able just to get some really nice deal some really nice damage, but set up your team, like your AD carry, to be the ones to get the kill. She also acts sort of like a little how do I even explain that? Like eye candy, something that people that the enemy team wants to chase. Then she can dash out, she can charm, and then she can run really fast with her Orb of Deception, being very deceptive. We have LeBlanc taking the bot tower. Sivir just pushing out the mid lane. So we have both AD carries, probably same amount of gold. Oh, nope, Sivir up by 1,200 gold. Oh, looking to back. Maybe let's see what the gold difference is. So, no, Sivir's just sitting on only on like about 800 gold now. We have LeBlanc sitting on about 2k. Hasn't backed for a little while. Can get a Void Staff at this point. Already has 10 stacks on her Dark Seal. Maybe looking to get a Magi's. She hasn't really died, and she doesn't seem to be getting hit by these charms. Plus, you know, it's only a Shyvana. Shyvana's terrible at keeping up with LeBlanc. And here we have an episode of keeping up with the mid laners. Kind of like keeping up with the Kardashians. We have a engage by the Shyvana and by the Braum. Braum uses ultimate, followed by a Vlad ultimate. Vlad able to sustain up all pretty much full health. He does get exhausted. A Sivir does ult, probably is able to get the kill onto the Braum. Easy kill. We have a LeBlanc just trying to fight the Ornn. Use the blast plant just to tell him to get away. Vayne looks like going to just clear out the minion wave while red team pushes the top wave. Oops, sorry about that. Hit the mic with my hand. So, like Shyvana's name, red team does look like they are going to tower dive her. And Sivir tanks a few too many. She does get taken low. Vayne looks like she's coming over for the flank. Sivir is low enough that this might be able... I mean, it would be a 1v4, but she is accompanied by the rest of her team. J4 does go in. A nice knockup by the... Ooh. The red team, or blue team, comes in just in time. Able to get the kill off. Probably able to get all 5 kills? Ooh, Vayne with the triple kill. Maybe can she get the quadra? Anyways, that was a 1 for 4 team fight on 1 kill to 4 deaths for the blue team. Blue team looks like they're gonna try to take the Baron. They are getting taken pretty low. They do stop the Baron. We have Sivir spawning in 4 seconds. Rakan already here. We have LeBlanc doing a nice job of keeping this, keeping the blue team off of the Baron. And LeBlanc with a nice job stalling this Baron. I have a little bit of downtime. Blue team or red team realizing that they can lose these fights, but it was a very extended fight where in the second part of it their ults were all down. So we'll see how so Vayne is clearly now pretty ahead. But Sivir still 6-1-3. Does have 3 items. Is able to deal quite a bit of damage to the Ornn and to the Shyvana. Does have her last Lord Dominic's regard. Vayne on the other hand chose to go a crit item instead. Her dealing a lot of true damage. And the enemy team not really having too big of a tank for frontline. It is okay to go for 3 crit items. LeBlanc getting a kill onto Vayne. Almost killing the Shyvana. Ornn ult only hits 1. Braum are in the middle of the fight. LeBlanc TPs in, tries to get the chain onto the Braum. The Braum still gets taken pretty low. Isn't able to get killed yet. Ooh, and Braum lives barely any health. Saving himself with that face of the mountain. LeBlanc does get killed by the Ahri. Goes in a little bit deeper than she should have. We have Sleepy Sheepy with staying kind of frontlining all of this, trying to get that healing done. They realize that there is a big wave that does look like it's going to take the top tower. And maybe they'll try to go for a little Baron. It's pretty risky to go for a Baron now, especially since Ornn's over there. Or he keeps it worried. Oh, excuse me, guys. Maybe I'll just edit that out. Except I don't know how to edit. Just seems like a lot of back and forth. Red team not quite able to finish all these finish these fights how they want. It's a very even game. Now you can either say that's a misplay from the blue team, or sorry, from the red team, whether it's macro or micro, because they are just going in for multiple team fights without backing, which is both. It is both micro and macro, because it's macro as in you're not pushing your lead, effectively, but it is micro because you're just stepping way too far forward when you shouldn't be. You can sort of say that micro does have a bit of play into macro, so. LeBlanc always trying to get all these snares off. Is 9-2. Is fairly fed. A lot more fed than this LeBlanc. Is up by 3k gold above this Ari. Sorry, I don't know. Now it seems like this game's kind of becoming an ARAM with Sleepy Sheepy pushing the bot lane. Looks like Orin is going to go and answer that. Sleepy Sheepy not really having much AP, only 188 at 30 minutes, while we have somebody like Ari having 240 and LeBlanc having 428. So LeBlanc having a lot more AP. The fight continues. It is a sustained champion up against an Ornn. I mean, Ornn is taking the Vlad low, but LeBlanc comes down to help. Is almost able to get the kill off. Gets taken pretty low. We have Vlad going for the ult, trying to go for the kill. And does he finish it? Maybe. And Vlad does get the kill. We have a bit of a fight here. We have J4 going in for the 3v5. Gets taken out. So blue team decide this is our chance. This is our chance for the Baron. Shiver and Rakan, maybe they can defend this. Shiver's just trying to oh, she ults. LeBlanc's here. They get the kill onto the Vayne. And Sivir with a nice triple kill. Somehow still gets... I don't get that. I don't get that one. Vlad does keep splitting bot. Not really the best split pusher. But is dealing a bit of damage to that tower. Alright, so it seems like blue team looks like they're gonna try they're gonna try to push these waves. They do stall out. We have a fight going down in the bot lane. Okay, so we're at a point where Vayne still has a decent amount of kills, has a Hex Drinker. She thinks the only kill threat is LeBlanc. So Hex Drinker is a good buy. Plus she has the Targon shield. So a lot of protection coming from Vayne's side. Plus you have the Braum, and then you have the peel from Ornn. It may be Ari. So they definitely still do have a chance, but Sivir is also quite fed. She has 4 items now along with her boots, and LeBlanc is also sitting at 4-ish items as well. LeBlanc gets ulted by the Ornn. She jumps out, does land the chain. Vayne, oh, we have some Vayne spawning here. She does tumble in. She lands the condemn onto the LeBlanc. Gets the kill onto the LeBlanc with the static Shiv. And she's able to get a double kill. This is really huge for the blue team. Now we have just the Vlad just pushing. Trying to push. But can't really threaten that turret. So Vlad is running over. Ooh. Sivir is able to kill the Ornn, but isn't quite able to get the kill onto the Baron. Does flash away. Oh, missteps. Does get a nice kill onto the Shyvana. Does get taken pretty low. Can't keep fighting. Dodges the charm. She gets hit by the Braum. Gets killed. It was a 2v4, so it is pretty expected for blue team to pull ahead. Now they have Baron. This is a good good time for blue team to get to start, you know, pushing their lead, get some turrets back, get some gold on the rest of their team and not just their carries. Ooh, LeBlanc comes in. LeBlanc able to kill the Vayne. So taking Baron away from one more member. Now the only Baron members are the Ahri. Yep, the Ahri and the Braum. So blue team's definitely still back in this game. The game's not over yet. It's almost a 50-50. It's kind of just who has the better team fight. They do have a Braum. Braum is very clutch at keeping for like huge team fights, but you can always count on some late game Sivir, but also you can always count on late game Vayne. So people say, oh, you know, Sivir, no late game damage. And, you know, if somebody ever tells you that, then just stop talking to them. Or try to convince them that they're wrong. Ooh, Flag and Drag trying to kill the Ahri, but does get charmed and queued by the Ahri. We have a fight going on. Vlad tries to TP in. They get a kill onto their frontline Ornn. Rakan almost gets taken down, but does barely live. Vlad in the midst of the team fight. Vayne just got into the fight. Vayne, nobody's hitting her, so well. Rakan gets killed by the Vayne. Vayne explosive plants away. It ends up behind the LeBlanc and the Vlad. LeBlanc thinks that maybe she can still take this Vayne out. But we do have to remember she does have a Maw. Vayne still just life stealing up. Not much is happening. Now it's just really who has the better team fight at this point. Who's better mechanically? Now let me just tell you this. As a non-AD carry main, I am not good mechanically. You could tell by that misstep right around here where I stepped back inwards. I don't think that was the end of the fight though. I don't think I lost the fight because of that misstep. But it definitely is it does prove that, you know, I'm not good to count on when it comes to these late game team fights, especially when playing against the Vayne. We have the quickness and the grand entrance opened up by the Rakan. Doesn't quite hit anybody. So that's going to be down for like another minute. Yep, another minute. Sleepy Sheepy just kind of going in. Oh, a nice Cataclysm by the J4, but he does get taken out. Not too tanky at that moment. We have Sivir with a nice kill onto the Ornn and Vlad killing the Braum. We have Shyvana splitting top. And the red team only has one minion to try and take this. We have a Shyvana splitting top. Let's see if they're able to get their backs off. We have an Ahri here who definitely misses the orb of the deception. Does get taken out by the LeBlanc. We have a little bit of Vayne spotting. But Vayne actually does get the kill onto the Sivir and is able to get away. Does condemn the Vlad back so that Vlad's not able to get there. A nice grand entrance onto the Vayne, but doesn't end up killing the Vayne. Vayne gets taken really low. We have the fight continuing. We have LeBlanc just jumping away. LeBlanc or Shyvana probably going to be taken out here. We have the two mages just fighting her. And we have the Vayne taken out by the J4. So now we can see there are items being bought for the. We have the Zhonya's, which is called Molten Zhonya's Paradox, and we have the Eye of Equinox. So you can already see that Orange's passive is starting to come into play. Sivir's already at full build, so even though, I mean, she can get another crit item, but for now, she's full build, and same with LeBlanc. So probably, this is where it goes for their 2 carries. All that's left is J4 needs 1 item, and Vlad needs 1 item as well. We have the Vayne also, full build currently, just waiting for that IE upgrade into Molten Edge. We have Sivir backing for that Elixir of Wrath. We have Vlad and Jarvan trying to pick somebody out, but blue team does suspect that. Now they're just looking for maybe the Baron and maybe just try to end. Sleepy Sheepy stepping a bit far forward. Doesn't really have anyone to accompany him with. Now it's kind of the calm before the storm. We have LeBlanc still splitting bot lane. The blue team does look like they're going to get this their first mid lane tower for free. LeBlanc can keep splitting. She does have TP. And Shyvana ults in. But a nice ult done by the Sivir. Sivir's not quite able to auto anybody. Just gets knocked up by the Braum. Does get killed and exhausted. A 3-man Cataclysm by the J4. Finally, LeBlanc does get into the fight. But it does look like we're gonna have a win by the blue side. This is where it just comes down to team fighting, and the blue team they have a very good they have a pretty good engage, but then the red team doesn't have a good disengage, except for maybe the Sivir ultimate. And so that's gonna wrap up today's game, 42-minute game. Sorry it was so long. So if a nice flashy play by the Ahri does get killed by does int a little bit. So thank you guys for watching. This was a fun game to play. Like I said, I'm not an AD carry main, but you know, you can see a little bit of my skill. Yeah, if you liked, please comment. You know, you can subscribe, leave a like at least. Or don't, just enjoy the video. Watch the other videos if you liked it. If you want to just, you know, creep a little bit, don't say anything. That's fine too. Always happy. Just trying to make content for my viewers. Although I don't have any viewers really, but it's okay. I will put out another video shortly. Like I said, I'm trying to put out these videos quite often. Anyways, thanks again. Have a good day. Good luck in solo queue.